It's your favorite Dr. Honey, Dr. Faith Abraham, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are in the money series, and this is actually like a follow-up video to some of the other videos that I've done in regards to money blocks and breaking limiting beliefs. A lot of times when we are looking for proof, we're looking for tangible proof. We're looking for something to happen to show us that it's working, right? And so we have this concept of it's a Disney movie, and it's like we open the door and whoo, gobs of money comes and washes us off like Uncle Scrooge and DuckTales. Like, you know, he was just this rich duck and sitting on gobs and gobs of money and coins and all this stuff. And we feel like that's what's going to happen when our money blocks are broken. But the truth is, sometimes you're not going to see tangible evidence. But at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a bonus to really cause that thing to start shifting and give you some tangible yeses that what you're doing is working. Number one, you got to know this. Everything starts within. You may be looking for things to happen on the outside, which is, now hear me when I say this, which is fine. It's justifiable. Like, that's usually what it is. We need to have something to tangibly show us that this thing is real. That's how we operate. But that's if you're operating solely from yourself as a physical being. But because we're spiritual beings, we realize that the things that are unseen are even realer than the things that we can see. And then the things that we can't see are realer than the things that we can see. And knowing the power of our tongue, we know that even though you can speak a thing, it be not as though it were, you still have to activate your faith for that thing to tangibly show up, for that thing to tangibly happen to you. Understanding that your wealth is going to start on the inside. You have to believe that you're a millionaire. You have to believe that you're a multi-millionaire, a multi-billionaire. You have businesses that serve millions of people, and it yields you 100x in profits. You have to believe that you have something to offer the world, and every time you open your mouth, money comes in, that stuff comes in, tangible things come in. You have to believe that all these things are who you are on the inside before you ever see it on the outside. So can you be breaking your money blocks and your limiting beliefs towards money and not see the money yet? Yes. Can you be a millionaire but not quite see the millions yet? Yes. Everything is an act of faith. And so you have to realize that everything starts within. When you believe and you feel like this is who I am, and it's not an arrogant thing like, oh, I deserve this, or this is just what I do, this is just who I am, and all of it. Listen, I'm here for the sass, honey. I am as sassy as it's going to be. When I'm praying, when I am speaking, I'm just 100% sass, okay? And I'm not talking about software as a service. I'm talking about sassy. And it's just from my conviction. It's just from my faith, but it's from a place of I am derived from a abundant God, and my abundant God provides for me, yields for me as I give from and operate from my purpose, from my divine calling. The exchange is money. The exchange is income. The exchange is dollars, yen, pesos, euros, all of that. Like, that's my exchange, and I receive that. This is who I am. This is what I do. And when you realize that, then things start to change. Stop being needy. Ooh, needy people. Needy. I need money. Do you know that money runs from needy people? When you're in business, one of the things that, and maybe when you're building your business credit, you'll see this firsthand, you can literally be in need of money for your business to scale, for operations, to hire, to get more product, etc. And guess what? That is when every bank will tell you no, not now, blah, blah, right? And you're looking around like, are y'all serious? where my money at, right? When you need the money doesn't come. But when you don't need the money, you're sitting pretty. You know, the orders are coming in. People are paying for your courses. You are traveling. You are getting paid. Like, all the money's coming. That's when they start sending you emails like, oh, did you want to be a part of our loan program? Oh, did you need $50,000 for your business? $500,000, like funding and blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking, you'll be looking like, no, I'm good. But let me tell you why that happens. That happens because you are not operating from a place of neediness. And people do this in their relationships a lot too. They're very needy. And so they're like, oh, I need love. I want love. Oh, I can't wait for love. I can't wait for love. And they end up attracting and drawing in counterfeits. The wrong thing, they start attracting the very thing that they despise because they're operating from a needy place. It's just like when you lose your keys. You can lose your keys and you're like, oh my God, I need my keys, I need my keys, I need my keys. And you will not find your keys. Those keys will be nowhere to be found. But as soon as you say, you know what? Forget it. Doesn't matter. Whatever. And you start thinking of different things that you can do. Like, oh, I'll just take an Uber, or, oh, I'll call my coworker, or, oh, I could just do a video call instead of a face-to-face call. And then you start walking around, you move stuff around, boom, there go your keys. Why? Because you're not operating from a needy place. Operate from a place of neutral. I call this neutral. I learned this from David Youngie Cho. It's a place of neutral. When you operate from a place of neutral, when you operate from a place of flow, the very thing that you want is going to come to you. It will be attracted to you because you're not operating from a place of, you're operating from a place of flow. You're in a stable place mentally, physically, spiritually. You're just there. You're very calm, cool, collected. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It's okay. Either way, you're going to make it. And that is literally the key to life. When you operate from that place, it just makes life cushy. Stuff starts flowing in and operating well for you. It's amazing. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Either way it goes, I always get what I need. You will see for yourself how money will just start running to you. Opportunities will start coming to you. People will start calling you out of the blue. Out of the blue. The next thing, and don't forget, I got a bonus for you, so stay tuned for the bonus. Get comfortable with money. This is an exercise that I loved. I had a very emotional connection to money. And so he was like, okay, babe, this is what I want you to do. Here's, at that time, we didn't have that much money. So like $20, a $50 bill just sitting in my wallet, in my hand, and I couldn't spend it was a big deal. Like, my hands would be itching to like go buy something or replace something or fix something or whatever. I had increased it to a $50 bill. Then I had increased it to a $100 bill. And then I increased it to $300, like just cash, $100 bills. And I stuffed it in my wallet. And I could not spend that money. Even if it was for an emergency, I could not spend the money. I had to be comfortable and get used to those emotions and those feelings that I was having towards the money. I had to be okay with having money and not spending it, and still having needs and still having wants. Just allowing that money to be there and processing through all the stuff that I had to process through to get comfortable with money. Guys, this is one of the easiest things that you can do. Get comfortable seeing that money there. Get comfortable with that money not having an agenda. It's just there. Because what happens is now you literally start to get into a place of neutral, like, okay, money's always in my wallet. This money is always here. Come on, reticular activating system. I always have money. This money is never going anywhere. These dollars are literally just here. They're always increasing. What happens is now your belief system starts to shift. You're reprogramming yourself because that money, you're used to having money there. That money is always there. It now starts speaking to you like, yeah, this is my existence. This is who I am. I always have money by me. I always have money in my time of need. Like, even when I'm not needing it, it still comes to me and it finds me. So you're going to start journaling. Now, I know we all used to do the journaling more like a diary thing. Oh, Johnny told me that I was cute, and me and Holly went to the mall, and blah, 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 blah. That's cute, but that's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about journaling, and journaling in the present tense. Journaling how you were able to make $10,000, $100,000, $1 million, $10 million, right? Journaling how you were able to get onto the stage, or how you were able to travel finally to Ibiza, to Greece, to Ghana, Nigeria, right? Like, you're writing all these things down. They haven't happened yet, but you're writing it down in past tense as if it's already happened. And you're doing that because you're training your brain, which is your thoughts. You're training your emotions, which is all internal. And you're training your mind to produce these type of results for yourself. I had to slow down a little bit because I really wanted you to catch what I was saying. And I might even put text on the screen as I'm saying it. You really have to catch this part, because this is the thing this is the sauce. This is the juice. This is what makes this thing really come alive. So for example, you have to start writing like another $10,000 day. I had another $100,000 launch. I was able to launch my product or my program, and when I launched it, 50 people paid in full. That doesn't even include the 50 on the wait list, the 27 who did a payment plan. I am so excited. This is the best feeling in the world. All the work has come together. You're writing this down. Has this happened yet? No. Have you done a launch? No. Do you have a product? Maybe not. You're just writing this out, right? Literally walking out Mark 11:24. If you believe that you have received, that you already have it. It's already done. It's a sealed deal. You're just waiting for it to go from the spiritual realm, where it's already done at, and come down to the physical realm. That's all we're waiting for. And we will wait patiently because we know it's already happening, but you're doing that with your journaling, right? So here's the bonus. The bonus is this. I have a challenge for you, a journaling challenge. And for the next 7 days, I want you to write how you are able to spend $1 million a day. 7 days, back to back to back, you spent $1 million. Here's 2 caveats. You can't spend the whole million on one thing. No, that's way too easy. Oh, I'll get $1 million house, then I'll get two $500,000 cars. No, be creative, chop the money up, make with a chop you get. Chop up the money, spend the money, and then the second caveat is whatever you spent money on yesterday, you can't spend the money on today. So if you buy your mom a house yesterday, you can't buy her a house today. You have to spend the money in different ways every single day. If you follow that and you do the caveats, you're going to see how a bit of a challenge it is. But what you're also going to see is and recognize is that you only have $7 million. So the things that you need to get and establish for yourself is going to have to be really important, and you're going to have to get that tally running up. But what also is happening is you are again training yourself, training what's happening on the inside to align with what you want to see on the outside. And that's how you overcome those money blocks. That's how you're going to go from not seeing a tangible result to seeing tangible results. Of course, we're not waiting on the tangible. We're not feeling like it has to happen. It has to happen. You know, like all of that stuff, ants in my pants type stuff. That's not where the type of flow we have coming from ourselves. We are in neutral. It's going to happen. Why? Because I've already said it. I've already released it into the atmosphere. It's a done deal. I behave and I am in a neutral position. I have received it. It's already done. It's just a matter of time. Right? And that's how it comes. And that's how you'll start literally seeing the money come in, even though you're actually working on something happening. Listen, if you like this video, be sure to like, share it, subscribe so you don't miss anything else. Put your questions in the comment section because I would love to elaborate on some of this stuff. I've been doing this for a long time. My personal testimony is I came really from nothing. I graduated from college. I started working, but I was working at Gap Inc. I was not getting paid enough, especially for my degree at the time. And also too, I was like had to use a staffing agency just to get a job. The highest salary that I had within that time frame was $36,000, and that was not a lot, especially for someone who had a degree. And I said, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not going to sit on my hands anymore. And I started operating business. Well, that was a doozy because I had the feast and famine, self-sabotage going on. I had so many limiting beliefs. At one point, I was literally living in a 1-bedroom apartment with no furniture, twin set of mattress on the floor in the bedroom with hardly anything in the fridge. And I said, something's got to give. I tapped into the power of coaching. I also tapped into the power of renewing my mind daily with the Word of God and studying the scripture. And that is what has catapulted me and moved me to a place where last year in 2022, I was able to take 3 trips debt-free to 3 different countries I'd never been to before in my life and had the time of my life. This year, as of recording this, I'm booked to travel to 2 more countries for speaking engagements, debt-free. I've already gone and traveled just to different states in the US that I've never seen and been to before, and we're not even done with the first quarter. And I'm sharing this with you to tell you, if I could go from where I was and having nothing to literally fast forwarding and living the life I'm living today, then you can do it too. Just apply what I'm sharing with you, and I promise you it's gonna work. Stay hooked up with this channel because I'm gonna give you all the stuff that it took me years to figure out and learn the hard way so you don't have to. Okay, I'm done. I've loaded up a video for you. Check out the video and I will see you in that.